Up until now, we've discussed 4 data types in Python: int, float, bool, and string. If you recall from a previous video, you can check the type of any object directly using the built-in function type. Using type, we can observe that the same number can be coded in different types, each with their own set of behaviors. As a side note, here we're calling a function print on the output of another function, type. We use parentheses to define the order in which functions get run. What's contained in one set of parentheses needs to be evaluated first before being given as input to the next function. Here, the type function is run first, and then its output is printed. Different types have different properties, and when you're designing a computer program, you'll need to choose the types for your data based on how you're going to use them. For example, if you want to use a number as a part of a sentence, it'll be easiest if that number is a string. If you want to encode a true-false value, it will be much easier to manipulate as a Boolean than a string. Why is it easier? There are specially designed functions for working with each data type. You'll learn about these soon. You might also have situations where you don't control the type of data that you receive, but you still need to use it. The good news is that you can create new objects from old and change the type in the process. We went over this in the integers and floats video. For example, here we create an int from a float and assign it to a variable count. Here, we create a string out of the house number and use that to build a larger address string. First, we have the house number, as well as the street and town name. You can see that the house number is currently an int. We can change it to a string like this and use the plus operator to create the full address. You can also build a number from a string like this. Here, we start with a string of 35, but by wrapping it in a float function, we can see the type has now changed.